Roughly 130,000 undocumented immigrants of Asian descent are eligible for the Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals, or better known as DACA. According to the White House Initiative on Asian Americans, how do you feel the recent rescission of this act will affect those who relied on it?
I think definitely for sure it's going to affect the 130,000 people that are registered under DACA. And I think, personally, my opinion is that it's very sad that the fact that, in general, Asian American issues are put at the bottom of any other race issue. Not strictly so, but just because we don't have that much visibility. Also because of the false Asian model minority myth. Because of that as well, we don't get our concerns addressed. So when you talk about DACA, a lot of times you actually don't even think about Asian Americans. But at the same time, there's literally thousands. You literally just said 130,000 people. And it's not just, and a lot of times people think because of the Asian model minority myth, that the people who are getting supported are researchers, people who are upper middle class, etc. And that's not the case. Sometimes, yes, maybe it is, but a lot of times it's because these people and their families are fleeing from war-ravaged countries. So there's no priority between what race you are. And for me, it's just disappointing that it's 130,000 people. And when we talk about DACA, yes, everybody else is important, but Asian Americans, we also need to talk about this because this is our issue too, even if it's not affecting you personally or your family personally.
Last but not least, we have Trung Tran.
You ready? Yeah. Mental health issues have traditionally been considered taboo in Asian culture. What are your views on the stigma surrounding mental health within the Asian American community?
That stigma is something that needs to change within our community. As someone who has experienced depression and being told you're lazy, you can do better, it's just a sad phase. It hurts. It should be something that's treated. And I wish that I was educated on the resources that were available to help me. But I know that that's a privilege that I have on my own. Because there are people who can't even speak English. They can't access these resources even if they wanted to because there is no program in place to help them get these resources. That's one. And then this is something on a cultural level, but we need to educate, especially our older family members who may be more traditional, that that they need to change their minds about mental health because it is something that can affect their child. I was a suicide survivor, and it is sad to hear about how more and more Asian American youths are committing suicide.
Well, wow, those are some tough questions. Let's hear it for our contestants.
That concludes our pageant segments for tonight. Are you all ready to find out who the winners are?
Okay, but before we do that, we have a special performance by some great, awesome band members. So let's hear it for Carissa Chandrazani and Joseph Malvas.
No. Yeah,